interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On the 10. And cycle.
Two and a throw right away. That'll be caught by Eric Ezukama. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Well, no hesitation there. Not only do they throw it on their first play, Charles, they throw it into double coverage and complete it.
They might as well have gone to a podium and just announced, we are not going to be challenged or bullied in this game. We're taking the fight to you, just like they did right there on the first rep.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. The Dolphins sit 6-3 on the year, and they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Jets will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. But right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run with Hall. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll look to run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Jets take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Another try after the first down sack. Tua flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. They'll run for it. Cook. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. On first down, Wilson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
I have to admit I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 15. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late, and that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play action, Tagovailoa. Out to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. On play action, here's Tua. He'll get this one to Ezekama. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point only and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They have rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy. This offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
After the turnover, it's Tua. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Here's Tua. On the out route as Akama brings it in. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action, now it's Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. That's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Jets are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Straight ahead is Hall. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Channing Tindall is there for the tackle.
And then we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he'll find Hall. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Hall on a give up the middle. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. One more time with Hall. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it here with Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Jets go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Tua sets up to pass it. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw is Wilson. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Darren Waller from 21 yards away. And the the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Now Tua. And going deep for Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Give to Hall running right. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Right, 97. Light blue. Real green. Cut.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa steps away to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. That little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Jason Sanders, the kickoff for and the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They'll give to Hall. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Flush in trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. It's going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. This pass out wide to Hall. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. action. Now Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Garrett Wilson with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jets are pouring it on. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Pass complete as a combo with it. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. On play action, here's Tua. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Well, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, 29 yards. And the Jets extend their lead yet again. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go, here we go. 52 blaster.
Tua going to throw. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Cook. And a short gain here down to the 22. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Buying time to his left. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. They're going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the...
Let's go.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Looking to pass. Tua. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he'll be brought down well short of the 1st at about the 9-yard line. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Connor. Touchdown! Tanner Connor, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They go play action with Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Play action. Now it's Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll be out right at the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a counter, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this.
And now here is another interception. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. Guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
He hasn't been sacked all game, and there's an example as to why. Evaded the pressure, got out of the pocket, but even with the extra time, it doesn't translate into a completion.
A handoff for Hall. And a short gain down to about the 33. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
They'll go again with Hall. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Fourth down. Here's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a peep or protest out of them. That's just who they are.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things through this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jermaine Johnson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Hey, blue. White. Black shot.
Tua on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Here's a give to Hall. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. All again on 2nd down. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to. And right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score. But they can't be so aggressive.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend, because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Off the play action, Tagovailoa. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Tua. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the... And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Jets are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.